Hey guys, and welcome back to the still Zero Deaths Battle Brothers campaign. So first up, this is going to be a long one because it's been a couple of days since the last one. But before we get in, let's talk about the goals for today. What I'm really looking for is a fourth tank for the front line, and also a fourth ranged character, particularly a hunter, for the back line. And of course, I want to finish off the steel brow and get a surplus of metal helmets so we can just check those off the list entirely. In any event, there's a brigand camp to crash, so let us crash it. Okay, so there's 6 of them, and there's some raiders, which means 2 poachers, which means we have the ranged advantage, which means they will move towards us. That axe is scary. The hammer combo is scary. I'm not going to worry too much about the gear anymore. None of the helmets are an upgrade for us. The chain shirts would be minor upgrades, but they're not worth anyone's lives. So is there a single point of elevation we can use to our advantage? As far as I can see, no. Let's just let them come to us into a spear wall then. The other thing is, when moving over forest... Uh-oh. Okay, well, that's going to happen. Moving over, not forest, yeah, this is forest tiles. It's 3 action points instead of 2, and it's 6 fatigue instead of the normal 4. So they'll be moving to us quite a bit slower. We can't get a straight line of sight shot here either. That's a good start. Basically, these forest maps tend to have huge blockers and very narrow paths to walk through when I shut the trees off. There's basically this one tile here, and these guys have to walk back around here, if they can even come this way, and then through another one tile there, or possibly 2 tiles here and there. Meaning they're going to funnel through like dopes, essentially, giving us a super advantage. Well, using good tactics, we've essentially shut down the scariest thing in the entire area. I should note he moved once for 3 action points, but he can still swing his stick for 6 action points if we engage, so we're not going to do that. Hold the line. This is working fantastic. They snuck a guy up around the top. This guy has to die. He goes in 4 turns. Oh, there we go. Very nice. One of the things to be worried about in the forest is the fact that it's so fatigue heavy and it's so slow to traverse that if one of your guys gets caught out, it's not as easy to help them and reinforce them as it is normally. So I like to stay in tight formations. Well, we played that terrain very well. And Eric got a ye old promotion. We picked up a signet ring, 245 for clearing the camp. We got a second Boris spear. We did get one of the padded dental nasal helmets. Even a quaff for one of the new recruits in the backline in the future. 100 crowns. Good. And half a stack of food. Not bad in the slightest. Let's equip this stuff. Go turn that in. Let's promote Eric while we're at it. The last character who did not have steel brow. Now he has it. He's the only one going into melee skill, also going into fatigue, and my golly gee willikers, do we need him not to cry. So there we go. As far as the gear goes, the boar spear, I suppose, will go on the left with Ben here at 56. Yeah, he's got by far the next best aim. And otherwise, we actually don't have a use for the padded dental nasal helmet. It's technically more armor, but it's 2 more fatigue. And eventually I'm going to want to have precisely nasal helmets on the back line for the 5 fatigue to couple with the 10 fatigue from the lamellar to get the maximum bonus from the nimble perk down here a little bit later on, because it caps out at 15 for maximum. So as it is, I think we'll just keep all this stuff on hand, and back we go. No longer ambush trade routes. Good amount of money now, 1,500. We could grab some wood, but we can come back here in a couple of seconds and grab that wood regardless, because Tondestead is huge. There could be all manner of quests there, all manner of things going on, all manner of men to buy. I cannot wait to go see. Ambush trade routes and an archery contest. Perhaps some hunters might show up. Drive off barbarians at the fur huts for 340. That's an interesting quest. I think we can handle it at this point. However, 4-day escort. Holy, never gonna happen. Well, since it's just barely the beginning of nighttime, I suppose we'll take this quest to kill the barbarians. We'll get there in the dawn, and then we can take them out and walk back without wasting the whole night sitting here doing nothing. A Reaver and some Thralls. I think we'll actually be okay. Let's just make sure we're at 100% health here. Just about. Repairs are, if we look over on the tools and supplies, 4 hours and 1 tool and supply. All right, let's cut that down to 2 hours. Just make sure we're 100% good. There we go. Let's go for it. 5. Okay, 1 Reaver and 4 Thralls. They may outrange us. The smart move here is just let them come out and see what they have. Now, as far as the AI determining whether it's going to charge you or not based on range capability, it does include things in their backpack, like javelins and whatnot. Yeah, so they move up with the thrall, immediately pull out the throwing axes. The only thing they could possibly throw at, though, over here is Kiyosuke. I suppose the smart move, then, is just shield wall and let them come. Poor guy. Yeah, 15 and 23. There he is. Barbarian Riva. All right, if I can take out his friends, that might be a good way to make him a little sad as he gets closer. And then we can probably just spear wall him to death if we get into a good solid formation. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3. That's 2. Not going to worry so much about the throwing axes because we'll have this tree as cover. Cute. This guy doesn't realize I have an arming sword, but I really don't know how to use it, so I don't know if it matters if I have an arming sword or not. Wow, okay. What are you gonna do, buddy? Come on. He's gonna pass, we'll have to re-shield wall. That's the last axe. We'll try out the javelins for the first time in a while. Or first time all campaign. Uh-oh. Not good, but we do have Kiyosuke who can rotate in. Here's where the javelins come in handy. 45%. Boom! Boom! Now, when we get throwing weapon mastery, those would have done like 40% more damage, and when we get duelist, they would have penetrated 25% more armor. And then also, if we have crippling strikes, they would deal so much more damage, they would likely apply a wound, and that's where the javelins get super amazing. Oh, nice rotate. Okay, sure, by all means. I'm just going to keep holding the line there. Very careful. Slow and steady wins this race. Javelin! 72%! This one would have to, the Reaver would have to move 2 tiles, and at 3 action points apiece, he could no longer attack. That's why I moved out of the way there. However, if I take this kill first, granted this Thrall won't get to go, but then the Reaver could move here and attack us once. Might still be worth it, though. We'll just do the 1 for now. That's all we have anyway. He's setting up for next turn. Thing is, though, we are just going to hold him here forever with spears. None too bad. 160 to 91 experience. We picked up ourselves a quarter stack of tools, half a stack of food, another bone figurine for 180. And that's about it. So I think in total we've got how many items to sell? The bone figurine and the signet. So just the 2 of them for about 400. We can probably start repairing the maces and also the hand axes, which are worth selling, and then buying more tools to repair in the future. The nasal helm being repaired would help us if we get into a fight where we get things wounded and then we have to get into another immediate fight. So we'll queue that up to make sure we have a repair going. And then otherwise, back we go. We've completely run out of ammo at this point. Javelins, I think, take 3 or 4 ammunition every single one to replenish. Arrows, I think, are 1 to 1. They no longer have ambushed trade routes. Well, we could have used that to sell our gear, but I wasn't too concerned with selling right now. What I'm really concerned with is another hunter, because I did want 4 total. There's 2 here. All right, boys, we have 2 hunters.
I think you can immediately see what makes hunters the best background for ranged attack. Highest possible roll on other backgrounds, specifically bowyers and sellswords, is 52, whereas that is the min roll for a hunter, who can start with as high as 59. And it's worth noting other stats are decent as well, making hunters one of the best backgrounds in the game, even for melee rolls should the stars align.
Adelmar or Ewald? 22 and 20 per day. I don't think trying out makes any sense. Essentially, trying out reveals the character's traits. However, there's not that many negative traits that I have to care about this early, and for the amount of money invested, the money we spend in the tryout really isn't worth it. You can buy a new guy for every 6 tryouts. It makes more sense for a hedge knight with like 15,000 cost than it does for these little guys now. In any event, I want one of these hunters. We need a 4th range character. Even though we don't even have enough javelins yet, we'll get them very soon. We're at the point where we're about to start getting them. Let's go for, I think, Ewald. 1090. Come on, Ewald. Yeah. So he's the worst hunter there ever was. Don't you know? Double skill in melee defense. He has a 52 range skill, but no actual skill in it. So a 52 is actually the absolute minimum that a hunter can roll, and he didn't get skill in it, and he had no particularly good traits. I'm not even sure what to do with Ewald, to be honest. For the amount of money he's going to cost us, I'm thinking of just like stripping his gear and selling him and buying another hunter. That may actually make some sense, since there's another one here. Let's see what this new quest is that just popped up. I want us to go back to Nordholz. Okay, I think I actually will probably end up doing that. Well, if I had waited for the the nighttime to go by, I could have sold things with the ambush trade routes at a much higher price. At the same time, though, I really do want to buy another hunter right now, I feel. So we're going to sell off most of our things. Not even wait for the repairs on a lot of that. And we are indeed going to buy that second hunter. They're just so rare. Adelmar, welcome. Please say you're a man of the hunt. Wow. So he also got a fairly low range skill. 52 to 59, I think, is the range. And he has no skill in it. No skill in range defense. No skill in initiative. No initiative. He wants to be a melee guy with hit points. Like, we just got 2 tanks buying 2 archers. Okay. Well, for now, we'll just keep him here. Let's rename the men. For now, let us welcome Charlie and also Chris to the fold. Ranged hunters who aren't really hunting from ranged, I suppose. Our gear is at the point where we're going to spend 136 per day. So yeah, we definitely need to sell a few more things while we're here. Then we'll take that quest and let's just get out of the north. The north has not done us well, I shall say. Got enough supplies to last a while. The ammos are just a little too expensive, so I'm not going to bother with it just now. Let us instead take this one to deliver cargo to Nordholz, about a day to the southwest. Fantastic. Wow, super cheap food here with the grains. Good for 4 days. All right. I suppose we'll yoink it. Ammo is relatively cheap here as well. You know what? Let's buy all of it. I'd like to get the javelin soon, but not quite yet. This food's good for up to 8 days. We have 9 days worth of food. Off we go. Oh, no! Whoa! I almost did the wrong thing. Hey, a bunch of thralls, though. I wouldn't mind taking that on. Let's actually put Chris over here in the corner and do something like this. And make sure also that Kiyosuke is directly next to Eric so we can rotate in if we need to. Yeah, I feel like that's a better setup. All right, let's take him on. We'll get the trading caravan here for assistance, not that we really need it. But it's something to do. Okay, I really don't think this is going to be an issue, so we'll just go into straight fight mode. Shoot everything we can. Fight everything in the front line we can, and just advance. Oh! Death by sling. Easily peasily. Oh, nothing to say there. Oh, 10 meds actually is pretty nice and half a stack of food. I was pretty worried about coming through this forest, but at nighttime especially, but yeah, let's take a little risk, shall we? Zero desk is never fun if you don't take no risks. There's so much wood available for purchase in the Northern Lands, it's insane. Well, there's a tier 1 quest there, which might be kill brigands. So let's come down, turn this quest in, and see if we can go do that, maybe. They have 6 wood. It's down to 195. The arrows are actually 87, which is nice. The javelins are 200, which is nice. I think it may be time to convert myself to a dedicated javelineer, boys. I think it's definitely time. We'll take those javelins. Fantastic. I'll come over here. Let's get rid of the hunting bow. We'll get rid of this nonsense. Let's put the javelins here, and we are ready to go with a shield. We are about 1 or 2 battles, maybe 3 battles away from throwing mastery. So that hunting bow we can now give probably to Cinnamon instead of the sling. The sling's kind of silly. Silly sling anyway. Let's see what this quest is. Ah, you need a relic, do you? Now, these missions are just guaranteed. You grab them and run away. So let's go do it. It's inches away here. Fantastic. Let's come to the south, though, because I imagine we'll get there at nighttime, and I do not want to get ambushed in the forest. Yes, every time a whole bunch of skeletals will rise. Many ancient auxiliaries. Well, technically speaking, they don't have any armor. Most of them. No armor, no armor, no armor. No helmet, but armor. This one has armor and a helmet. But here's the thing, right? There's 8 of them. They aren't exactly soft hitters. And again, we have almost 100% piercing. And they are resistant to that. The only thing we don't have is Eric. That's piercing, and it's just not a safe bet. A safe bet is go get our 700 gold. Well, we got absolutely nothing, but it doesn't matter because we're going to get 700 gold, and that's really what it's all about. Now they have high spirits. So what high spirits does is they're eager to do business with you, meaning the wood should have gone down in value. However, another event has popped up while we were gone overnight. I remember the days when this is like a godsend. These days I'm like, should probably actually still buy it, to be honest, though, because there's a couple of... yeah, I want to buy it, actually. It's actually a pretty good upgrade here for Chris. Boom. Another thing we should probably do is distribute the stabby stabs, maybe on the end over here on Charlie, just in case. Fantastic. And it doesn't hurt to make sure my range characters, if they don't have some kind of melee, they also have a shield. And yeah, everyone's got a melee or a shield, so we're good. Let's see what this is. It's probably going to be some kind of monsters because there's disappearing villagers. Missing folks. 700 gold. Now, I feel like we have 9 characters. We can probably do this. If I do it, not only will the wood go down in price, but our reputation here will come up, making the wood go down in price even more. I can invest heavily into wood and then off to the south with 6 stacks of wood. So I'm going to attempt the risk. I'm not sure if it's a smart idea. We're going to find out in a second here. Let's see if we're completely repaired. It's going to take 15 hours and 4 tools to repair. Well, let's go see what the... Whoa! It's 11 spiders, so that's not surprising. That's about what I was expecting. We do have 9 characters. We have all spears everywhere. No sense over here with Eric using this flail. So instead, we'll grab a monk's. Let's give him... You know, I don't want to repair this is the problem with the claw club. Yeah, you know what we'll do? Let's do this. Let's give Eric the spear. And for backup, we'll give Monk the flail. And we'll just camp here for a smidgy. Now, I want to fight I want to engage the fight while my characters are in the plains. That way, we're not fighting the spiders in the forest. That is a nightmare. This is not a bad place at all to fight them. Generally speaking, I don't think these things follow you. Seems kind of random to me that they're following me here. Maybe we're so weak that they actually will follow us and we can have assistance. And that would be, oh, hey, look at this. A supply caravan. Come on, spiders. Over here. Yeah, right here. This is where we are. Yeah, right here. Okay, great. Come on, spiders. Come on, down the road. Down the road. Down the road. There's some spiders. Down the road. All right, we got 13 spiders. There was 11, but 2 spawn right, or 2 egg sacs spawned right away. We've got these guys with us. Not a problem. This is just an easy 700 gold and increased reputation with Nordholms.
So, spiders. They cast a web on you, reducing your defenses and damage you deal, and if they inflict enough damage to hit points, they poison you for 10 hit points per tick. That means they are super dangerous in the early game, while your characters have low hit points and poor armor, but later they become fairly trivial and actually useful as a source of gossamer, crafting ingredient for one of the best armor attachments in the game, which lowers the fatigue penalty of armor by 20%. Unfortunately, other trophy needed for that attachment comes from shrats, which are never a trivial enemy. Perhaps we'll encounter them down the line. But for now, easy spider fight, because Xavier has managed to find volunteers to help him out, yet again.
Archers! Slice! Easy 700 gold. We even got poison glands. Back to Nordholes. Okay, they no longer have disappearing villagers. And they have high spirits. And we've got pretty good reputation here. Let's go see what our actual reputation is. In Nordholz, it's very friendly. That is fantastic. So if we take a look at the wood now, it is 177 per stack. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks. We're going to find some place we're going to make a killing on that wood. I'm not sure where exactly, but I'm sure we're going to find a place to make a killing on it. We bought it for 177. The bigger towns will give us more money for it in general, but what we really want is to find a place with a rebuilding effort. And you can actually see, if you look at the town, there's no rebuilding effort here because all of the tiles are 100% built. We can see right here there's a decent chance for a rebuilding effort because they have ruins. Basically anything where there's a ruins or something that's burnt down or on fire, no chance for a rebuilding effort here. No real chance. Actually, yeah, right here we have ruins. There might be a rebuilding effort down there. But yeah, you get the idea. So we're going to go to the south. We'll find some more mans down there, most hopefully. And buff ourselves up to 12 characters pretty soon. I'm actually not super interested in these glands, so let's sell them along with the sling. I've had fun with the sling, but I think it's time for the sling to go. We get a decent sell price here. It's not fantastic, but decent. This will give us enough to have 2 days of travel money and be able to buy the additional javelins. The arming sword I'm probably going to hold on to just for now, but the javelins will go on someone soon. Let's swap our gear over here. You know what? Let's actually do this. Let's get rid of those extra arrows on Monk and give him javelins. And then up on Eric, we'll drop off the spear. And then over here on Chris, he can have the stabby on the corner. Beautiful. And we may as well give the arrows to someone. Done. So, to Capstat we go. Woo, what a mess this was. Oh, well, the supply caravan was fine with billmen and footmen, whatever it was. 6 brigands, you don't say. All right, easy crash for us. Oh, I don't want to fight him in the swamp, though. Oh, hey, Undead is out here as well.
I realized we haven't mentioned this before, but on this little window you can see the preview of the terrain you'll be fighting on, so this way Xavier knew he won't be fighting in the swamp.
Oh yeah, just the 6 of them. Anything that we really want. Unfortunately, no. I was hoping for better characters than this. All of their raiders, well, we only see 5 of the 6. But all of their raiders are pathetic. The boar spear is actually not bad, but other than that, nothing. So they have no range. We wait for them. Same old strategy. We outrange them. They'll walk up. We shoot them a couple of times. We spitter balls so they don't move. Good times. Ooh, that's nice. Another boar spear. 140 armor helmet. They're not going to get very far. Whoo! Half of them. We have really upgraded our strength, boys. We have upgraded our strength. At this point, I really want to farm this particular raider in the entirety. So we're going to try to set that up by making some less than ideal moves. There's a little bit of risk of releasing the hounds here, but he's already breaking. So there's a good chance we're not going to lose a hound. We could. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Much, 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 much better. Yoink! What did we get? We got one of the 2 boar spears. We picked up the axe, 200 gold. We did get the nasal helmet with rusty mail, 140. We also picked up the worn shirt and another pair or another suit of leather, as well as a mace that's well worth selling. I wonder what these undead are. Let's see what we can do here. So first and foremost, Charlie can wear the leather. The 12 fatigue worn chain shirt isn't actually necessary on anyone right now. Let's repair it. The backline could use it. We don't have nimble, so it's not a penalty, but I think I'll just leave it as it is for the time being. Let's put the rusty nasal helm on someone like Kiyosuke. Let's give our 3rd boar spear now to Goose. We now have 1, 2, 3 boar spears, and most of our characters in the back have some kind of sharp melee weapon that they can use with plus 20% to hit. This helm isn't really necessary. I suppose we can toss it over here to Charlie. Beautiful. We can repair this Morning Star. It'll be worth the tools, and voila. We are in business now, boys. Let's slowly walk around. And you know what? I'm feeling like those undead were killed in a battle right here. Or possibly there. I'm not sure. Oh, 8 more brigands. Some raiders and a few marksmen. Well, now that's a little bit different. Oh, hello, 6 brigands. Just some raiders. Well, unfortunately, this company's going to kill them, and I don't want to engage them in the forest. A few marksmen and some raiders is not something to be trifled with. Now, we are crashing everybody, but we're currently wounded. Things need to repair. We have 22 hours worth of repairs. Let's fall back for safety. And we'll camp up here for a little bit. Yeah, they did crush the 6 raiders out there. We have 18 more hours. I could go after them, but marksmen are no joke. And there's actually 8 of them total, so I'm going to forgo that one. I think that's a little too dangerous for us. All it takes is a couple of good marksman shots, cross map, boom, someone's dead. If they spawn on the hill, done. Someone instantaneously dead. And back into camp stat, where they have ambush trade routes. Meaning we can get a pretty penny. We could actually sell our wood here for 102 gold more than we bought it for, even without them having a rebuilding effort, which is incredible. More importantly, though, da there be mans?
Hey, a bit of trivia. The guy with the funny hat is a juggler, and the unique feature of that background is plus 5% chance to hit the head. Default chance is 25, but jugglers have 30. Now, should you get one with 3 stars on ranged attack with at least close to high roll of 45, you could give him thrown weapons mastery and use throwing axes, which do have plus 5% to hit the head. So the juggler would have 35% to hit the head every time. Pair that with Head Hunter perk, which gives you plus 15 to hit the head for each body hit until you score a head hit, and you'll be annihilating enemies with critical head hits left and right. And Fame thrown axes often have much higher chance to hit the head, so should you get that as well, fun for days. But we're not doing stuff like that in this campaign, so Xavier was like,
nope. Thieves stole your goods, did they? All right. Well, can't go wrong with crashing some easy brigands. I feel like this is probably the most wood, or the most value we're going to get for the wood, so we may as well just sell it here. I'm not going to scoff at 600. Look at that, 2,200 already. Fantastic. 2287, beautiful, and we'll get 600 more for crashing these brigands very quickly. Just thugs. Easy, easy. Not even any range characters. Same old strategy. We just let them move up, spear wall, shoot, 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 dead, easy. Chris and Charlie learning the ways. So I really don't know what to do with Chris and Charlie. Like, I didn't anticipate having these characters. Let's take a look at what they got. They actually got max roll range. They could just be temporary friends, I suppose. And we'll just go into range level. We'll dismiss them not too long from now. But for now, okay, fine. Great. Should we go for 9 lives on the both of them? Really did not expect this. They're not what I want. And for 0 deaths, I really want high quality men. So we're going to try to get rid of them as soon as possible. But I will retire them, not like kill them or fire them without pay. We'll be nice guys in this campaign. Just got 9 lives. Also a max roll on range skill. This is just craziness. And one more brigand quest. Some raiders, a few poachers. All right. It's in the forest, so I need to be a little bit careful on this one. We outranged them again. They gave us elevation. We'll just hold the elevation. Same old strategy. Although Lamellar looks very nice, and I wouldn't mind the chains, or even to sell at this point. That Lamellar, by the way, this guy has a beautiful buttery bald head just waiting. Intentionally didn't put the spear wall up so he'd move up so I could nug and bunk him. Oh, so close. There it is, boys. Boom! All right, well, at that rate, I'm going to go through arrows at an alarmingly fast rate. However, I've just never actually had 5 archers in a campaign, so I thought it'd be fun to just go crazy for it, with it for a little while. Monk and Eric, ye old promotions. We got not 1, but 2 flails, 3 padded dental nasal helmets for future characters, a new Lamellar, which is fantastic, 165 gold, half a stack of tools. This is amazing. Amount of money we can get for selling all that stuff. Yeah, we are completely, utterly out of ammo right now. So, Monk has leveled up, and Monk is our ranged finisher. Ranged finishers, after gifted, are going to go for throwing mastery. Now, this is the whole crux of this spec. It involves being 2 tiles away from an enemy. You get 40% more damage when using throwing weapons. Additionally, you get 25% less fatigue buildup when using them. If you're 3 tiles away, you get 20% more damage, but that 40% is absolutely absurd. Let's give Monk, yet again, another +4. Beautiful. And you know what? We don't need the super ridiculous initiative, so hit points it is. 88 hit points. You guys have no idea how serious I am. How serious I am about 0 deaths. Let's get this archer stuff out of here. Monk can now swap over to a javelineer. I'll try to find at least 1 more stack of javelins for him. And I should be pretty close myself. Yeah, I'm about 42 experience away. Frontline men should probably take the chain over the Lamellar, so Goose, that's for you. And backline men, like say myself, should upgrade from the 80 padded leather to the 95 Lamellar. Myself and Monk being the first 2 to hit the maximum rank. Absolutely beautiful. Let's repair these guys because they're worth selling. Not sure if the helmets are worth selling, to be honest, but it doesn't hurt to have a whole bunch of them. I know we're not going to have enough tools, but we're on our way to get more. Eric has become a tier 3, or rather 3rd tier promotion tank, meaning rotation. Oh, actually, I had completely forgot that Eric was our random attacking character. Still, rotation's not bad for him. Let's bump his resolve up 1 final time. Absolutely fantastic. And that's it. Homeward bound. So we're going to need some food. This fish is not great, but not bad. We'll just grab 1 grain for now. We're going to need ammo, but the fort should have much cheaper ammo. The fort should probably have cheaper javelins as well. If we need to, we can come back and grab those. Let's head off to the fort now and see if we can't find ourselves some men and tools and ammo. Some raiders. Some raiders have some loot, so I'm told. All right, we could take on 6 raiders. Come here, boys. You running away from a caravan, huh? You scaredos? I don't actually want the caravan to assist me is the problem. Kind of hoping they run away from the caravan and I can take them on by myself. Come on. There we go. That's what we want right there, right before the dark. Lamellar, chain. And boar spear, flail. Lots of good gear on this comp. If we fall back to the hill, we've got a strategic advantage, so let's do that on the first turn. Alright, now that we have the high ground with many of our characters, this will be a relatively easy thing, especially since I want to farm, if possible, the lamellars. Well, the lamellars are going to prove to be very tricksy to farm, especially with this guy being able to come down and hammer us. So 1 lamellar will have to do. Holy. All right, my overconfidence has got me down to 3 hit points. Very important that we surround this one for morale breaks. Here we go.
Close call highlight. Brigand hits Eric with a 42%, which procs 9 lives. Now 9 lives enables you to survive the mortal blow and regain between 5 and 10 hit points. Next attack had 75% chance to hit the body, but it hit the head instead, and since Ben has steel brow, extra damage from a critical hit was negated, and the largely intact helmet mitigated all but 3 points of damage to health.
Whoo! That was actually really close there. We're okay. I did expect this hit on Charlie. No surprises there. Well, trying to farm this, yeah, this is what you get for trying to farm gear. You get attacked mercilessly. And it's no good. Hold the line with Kiyosuke, beautiful. I just wanted the labeler so bad. Ben really doesn't have too much choice here. There we go. Whoo! Well, Ben got down to 7 hit points because I, once again, got overconfident. I'm like, let's just farm raiders. I've done it 5 times today. Not a problem. Oh, wait. It's a problem. Overconfidence, boys. Let this be a lesson to you. Not even sure Kiyosuke can... We have to, like, reserve down here to be able to throw up shield wall. That's what I was worried about right there. He just keeps hitting. You attack Kiyosuke with a 15 and hit. 15%. Now we are once again at the precipice where 115% hit. All it takes is 15% chance for 0 deaths to end. Broken ribs, negative 40% max fatigue. Okay. Our initiative is only whatever our initiative is minus 18. whereas theirs is pretty high. Their fatigue is pretty high, which is going to slow them down initiative-wise. So I think it makes sense for Kiyosuke not to attack. And then we can go before him and possibly throw up a shield ball or some such. Some other characters, pretty much everybody seems to be super fatigued, so he may actually get to go first. We've got these really awkward situations here. He could move over and do a round swing somehow and actually kill us. He goes after Monk, Eric, who's far away, and Ben, who can't do anything. So Monk can run down up to the hill, and that's about the only thing we can do. Okay, to the hill. Let's bunk him away. Beautiful. Now he's even more fatigued because he just got hit. He's likely going to run away. Yep, fantastic. We're saved! By the skin of our lucky teeth. Never get overconfident. I still haven't even gotten the lameler. Like... let's just end it, because the dog will chase him down and he'll get a lucky 15% hit. All right, well, Zero Deaths continues. No thanks to me being a doofus. 1, 2, 3, 4 promotions. That is fantastic. One of them is me. We did pick up a flail. We got another boar spear, half a thing of tools, 170 gold, 2 helmets, good chain, great loot. Really dumb. Really dumb. This is what happens. This is also one of the things that always caused me to have deaths while streaming, as I just got into the rhythm of mopping up brigands, and then all of a sudden, I'm no longer mopping up brigands. It's like they're mopping up me. However, we lucked out this time. Hopefully that'll be a reminder, and I won't fail at that again. In any event, let us see what we can do here for gear. Let's give... or upgrades, rather. So Charlie, I suppose we'll just keep going with the range skill for now. Fatigue, we don't really need him to have super range defense, so hit points just so he survives. Steel Brow, fantastic. Him and Chris, same deal. Steel Brow, a min roll on range, but well, we'll take it. It's none too bad. On me, this is fun. Throwing a mastery, boys. That's going to be absolutely ginormous. Up to 68 now. More hit points and more initiative. Cinnamon actually also leveled up. Okay, well at this point I want to get more throwing mastery, but we don't have enough javelins. We're going to have to buy a whole bunch more. Cinnamon is ready to go. Initiative to the stars. You know what? I'll just take the throwing mastery now, because that was the plan all along anyway. And let's go back to base before it's too late, before something horrific happens. Before I get overconfident and try to farm 16 vampires. And boy, is it going to be satisfying buying 1 million food, tools, and ammo. Ah, a cart has shown up. Yeah, you know what? We'll just help him get the cart on the road again. We gained 4 med supplies. We got a sprained ankle. We gained bread. Yeah, it's fine. Now, into Campberg. Oh, I just saw some brigands on the road. What are they? They were 8 brigands, some raiders, a few marksmen. That's a little scary, but there's a company down here, so we're fine. Are there mans to recruit? Yes! A Lamela Spear Militia Sigward. That's not too bad for 700. And that's about it, unless we want a raider, which I don't. Any decent gear here or any such? Millions and millions of tools. So you can only have 150. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be 100, 120, and 140. That's the most we can get. We're definitely going to pick up these javelins, 222. We'll go back and get the other ones at the large city to the northeast. Nothing else here really worth grabbing, unfortunately. Well, we did get a nice stock of tools, though. And let's buy the Sigward. Let's buy him. He's not even that much more than buying a Lameler. 690. Let's see if he's a half-decent tank or potentially some kind of frontline character. He is impatient. He's also lucky. 10% chance to have an attacker require 2 successful attack rolls in order to hit. And unfortunately, he's just not that great. His aim is okay. His hit points are low. His fatigue is low. His morale is also kind of low. At least he's got some stars in it. We've just got some not great mans, is all. All right, Sigward is going to be called Clay. Welcome, Clay, to the fold. You'll be yet another frontline tank right out of the gate. Already got your spear. Here's your knife. Good to go. And you know what else we don't have is a bandage. Let's give him a boar spear. So we can camp here for a little bit and repair these things up, and then we'll just wander back and go sell them. Let's give Monk some more javelins. We actually have no ammunition whatsoever, so these are going to be completely empty for a while. The lamellar should go on everyone in the back row. Cinnamon's probably the next up. Awesome. Well, in this situation, we are pretty well beaten up here. We've got a lot of injuries, gear to repair, wounds to recover from, things to take care of. So the plan is going to be to have a slow stroll out to Campstat. We'll come out here now. This brigand, they should the company should wipe them off. We don't have to worry about them yet. I don't even want to engage them. It's not super important. Once we get to Campstat, which, by the way, Campstat we are now allied with, which is very nice. We can see if they have any more requests, and then I think we'll do a full loop. By which I mean we'll come all the way up here to Nordholz, buy some wood, move around in a big giant loop, see if we can sell that wood someplace, and simultaneously do any quest we can come across. Because I feel like we're entering phase 2 of the campaign. Phase 1 of the campaign was like, just fight thugs and survive, maybe start getting raider gear. Phase 2 is going to be beyond a raider gear, taking quests, getting money, recruiting better mans like hedge knights and adventurous noble, more hunters until we get some actual good ones, replacing or retiring some of the guys who aren't the best. Let's see what we have here. A caravan escort. Yep, that's not happening. Any good mans? Nope. And basically, even though this is not the best sell price in the world, we could get better if there was a caravan ambush here. I think we're going to sell what we have right now. 270 is not a bad amount. 116 for these guys. This will give us the money we need to go pick up the lumber in Nordholz, which we can sell for a very good amount. Hopefully, as we're doing this run. So to Nordholz we go. Also, there's an arrow maker in Nordholz, and we definitely are in need of some good arrows. 14 undead. Many Wiedergänger. Some armored Wiedergänger. What are they fighting? The Iron Pact. Interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how this resolves. Looks like the Iron Pact's going to get wrecked. Now that's a fair bit of undead, but we could potentially take them if they soften them up. Yeah, they're down to some armored Wiedergänger and some Wiedergänger. This, I believe, will actually not be all that difficult. How's our injuries and wounds looking? Pretty bad, to be honest, but at the same time, with all the spears we have, this should be perfectly viable. Thing is, we'd have to do it before the nighttime. Come here, guys. I want, do I actually need the armor? Yeah, we could use a few chain suits for extra mans or for repairs, so let's go get them. Awesome. High ground is very advantageous for us, so we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots with our melee, and we'll move all the range right behind them for a couple of spots.
Quick info on zombies, or Wiedergängers as they are called in this game. They are humans who return as undead with 50% more health than they had while alive, and can only attack once per turn with the weapon they have, or try to bite if they are unarmed. But buffed by a necromancer, they can attack 3 times. They can also come back to unlife once after you kill them, but necromancer can raise them unlimited number of times until you chop their head off. They are somewhat tedious to fight because of all that HP you have to chew through, but without a necromancer they are basically just easy experience and loot.
Poor Goose is crying. There's zombies all over. It's unnatural. Everyone else is super confident all around Goose in a circle. And Goose is like, "No, get me out!" And there we go. So we are really hurting. Kiyosuke did get a level here, but my god, the wounds are stacking up. Another signet ring, a Scramus axe is worth a pretty penny, hatchet's worth a good amount. We do have the tools to actually repair these guys now, so I suppose we'll do that the second we get them, so we're ready to sell them at the best opportunity. And we're in. Ah, another archery contest. Okay, Hugo the Hunter. Unfortunately, he's 1560. He's level 2, but you pay a 500 crown premium for that. Not sure I want to invest in that. Hunters seem to be so rare, though. They're so good and so rare. I feel like I have to do it, although this wood is also a good investment, and my god, do we absolutely need these arrows. You can have 300 ammunition total. So each one of these is 50. That's 150. We could spend 300 more if we wanted to get the rest. But let's think about Hugo the Hunter here for a minute, while we simultaneously plot out what this mission is. It's an escort caravan to the northeast through the forest, so we're not going to do that, not for 150, not even remotely worth it. Yeah, I feel like Hugo's just a little too expensive for our taste right now. We'd have to dip really deep to get him. Let's upgrade Kiyosuke, though, the very first level 5 tank. So after rotation, we go immediately into taunt, allowing us massive control over the battlefield. So defense, hit points, and as always, fatigue. We will indeed pass on Hugo. He's a little too expensive for us. Let's buy every single wood, which is something we can do as a result of passing on Hugo. Now that we've got the wood, let's actually exchange the signet ring for a couple of more arrows. We can go... Oh, you know what? We actually used about like 80 arrows or so just stocking up the emptiness that we had, which is crazy. We need 320 crowns, which we can make happen by selling the Scramus axe and buying even more arrows. While we're here, let's also buy all the grains. Nice big stock up on arrows. We really, really, really needed that. But let's get out of here now and go on to Orberg, someplace we haven't been in a very long time. Well, they still have Janold, the farmer. I think he was there 100 years ago when first we saw him. He's still there, just sitting around waiting, hoping someone might pick him up someday. We do need a little bit more money. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to sell the hand axe. I usually like to keep these in case we're going to fight the Trents, but we're not going to fight Trents anytime soon. So we'll forgo that. Need an escort to Conaspiria. Yeah, I know where that is. That's not where we're going. And we're on to Kramwada. Ooh, rebuild. Ooh, rebuilding effort and ambushed trade routes. In addition to that, this place has been raided. They've lost valuable goods and supplies, and lives were lost. Well, I think that actually reduces what they'll pay, but the fact that they have ambushed trade routes and they need a rebuilding effort means they will pay a super pretty penny for this wood. 104 gold profit apiece. Up to 2,000, just like that. Fantastic. Let's see what they have for quests here. The tier 1 quests. Ah, the local brigands! Well, wouldn't you know, we are specialists at dealing with local brigands. 350, sounds good. The next quest looks like... brigands! Okay. Now, this is the one that's soon to descend upon us, which means there's going to be 2 groups of them. And I can't control when I fight them precisely. It's a lot of money. However... we're in not the best way right now. Let's do the easy one and see how we are after wounds and recoveries and whatnot. Yeah, we still have a ridiculous amount of wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in fact, Ben is still healing from the last encounter a while ago. Wow, that's a far distance out there. Well, let's go for it. 5 webnecks. I mean, it's a little bit of free experience, but it's not even worth loading the screen, I don't think. 4 dire wolves. That we can actually do. Oh, the webnecks got pulled in. Oh, okay. Some raiders and many thugs. This is not a small thing. And that's exactly why we'll leave it for the next episode. This one was a little bit longer anyway because of the 2-day break. But as for the campaign goals, we were on the lookout for the 4th frontline tank, and we got him, so that's okay. We were looking for the 4th range character, and we got 2 bad ones, so I want to say that's not complete. As for Steel Brow, we've got 9 out of 10 now, and we have more metal helmets than we're ever going to need, so that one can go completely off the list. Huzzah! In this episode, we picked up a massive 9,600 crowns for a total of 15,400 since the start of the campaign. We gained 10 new levels, bringing us to 27 total of the 84 needed for everyone to be level 7 and have Battle Forged or Nimble before the Noble War. We picked up 3 more recruits, and we now have 10 characters total. And the number of deaths, of course, is still 0, even though we had a very close 62% chance there on Ben to end the campaign. But again, that's my own fault. I played too aggressively, and I will not make that mistake again. Anyways, that's all for this one, friends. Remember, if you're new here, to subscribe if you want to see more, and perhaps some of you might even want to take your support a step further, like, say, becoming a patron to help us keep this going, because as you can probably see, we're investing a massive amount of effort into planning and editing this series, mostly just because we want to make the most enjoyable gaming content ever. And also, we really enjoy this game, both of us. So, link in the description down below for that. But until the next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. There we go. Woo! Well, Ben got down to 7 hit points because I, once again, got overconfident. I'm like, let's just farm raiders. I've done it 5 times today. Not a problem. Oh, wait. It's a problem.